Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to be finally talking to you guys again today, and yeah, I'm really happy to be speaking to you guys again. You guys can see we have a microphone now, and we are excited for us. Like, the love on my last video was super amazing. The kind of love, encouragement, and everything that I received from that video, basically I'd never imagined that I would be getting gifts on posting a video. Really, like, thank you to everyone who gifted me. I really sincerely appreciate, and I pray that the Lord God Almighty will bless you mightily in Jesus' name. If this is your first time basically looking at this beautiful face, please don't make it your last, and make sure you please subscribe to my channel. Turn on your post notification so you get notified anytime I upload a video. Today, as you can tell by the title of the video, and I don't know if you can see, we have a notebook here. So yeah, we're going to be chatting about something that I don't know if anyone talks about it, but one thing I know is everyone sees it. But yeah, today we're going to be talking about attitudes, habits, or things that are just not right with this Gen Z. We'll be addressing some things that I personally think is wrong with this Gen Z generation. Really, there are lots of things that I just think are going south. They're going, like, I don't know, they're not just yes, there's science, there's technology, there's growth, there's everything beautiful, but there are some things that are not just right. So I think it's best that we talk about it. These are my own unpopular opinions. It needs to stop. And yeah, I'm just going to be talking about it. Yeah, I said personally, and I'm going to emphasize personally, because this is the generation where even sharing your opinion is actually an issue. And I'm like, excuse you, I'm going to talk, speak my truth, okay? At this point, I don't care. And that is one of the reasons why I'm also a Gen Z. So the first thing up on our list today that we're going to be talking about is it just me, or have you guys actually noticed that right now with this current Gen Z, there's like a criteria for friendships, basically? Like, there's a standard that is out there in order for you to be someone's friend or to make friends. Like, I feel like right now friendships are no longer organic. Friendships are actually more tailor made. Like, people are actually, yes, I know it's a very good thing to pick your friends. Don't let your friends pick you. You know, show me your friend and I'll tell you who you are. All of that good stuff, basically. But that is not even the thing. It's not an issue where people are making friends of, okay, I and this person share the same values. I think this person is a good person. I like the values that this person has, basically. No, it's not that. It's more of a thing where people now want to be friends with someone because of some, like, there's a criteria or there's a standard to friendships now. If you're not using an iPhone, and even with that, there's like the kind of iPhone you should be using. If you're not using, like, from an X, you can't really be my friend. Sorry, who are you? I don't know you. Also, there is the thing where, what kind of hair are you using? It's not a thing where dress how you want to be addressed. No, it's not that. It's what kind of dress are you wearing? Really, if you're not up to a certain standard, if you don't have some certain things, like, there's a criteria. I think people's values are now placed materially based on what you have and what you can offer, basically. And it's putting unnecessary pressure on people. Like, it's making people feel less of themselves more. Like, there's this higher level of which I think is also a topic on its own, like a point on its own. Really, there's a higher level of dissatisfaction growing amongst this current Gen Z generation. Like, there's a thing now where you have to meet up to certain standard in order for you to be considered relevant or worthy to like be someone's friend. You know that phrase of you are addressed how you're dressed. If you ever took it lightly, please, in this generation, don't take it lightly again, because honestly, in this generation, if you like, even be neatly dressed, but you're neatly dressed and you're not wearing the latest, are you joking? I don't think it's a thing of money. I just think it's this vain mentality where you just need to be trendy. Basically, it also goes to the point where even these people, right, who are the so-called trendy ones, and maybe they have some friends that are not all that trendy, but those friends are like their ride or die. Those are the people that are there for them. If they need something, those are the people they will call. But for some reason, these so-called trendy people don't value them. Jimma Ume and Jola made a whole video on this where they talked about how people are looking for tailor-made friendships. People are looking for friends that, you know, they would travel the world with, or go on a girls trip with, or go to fancy restaurants with, you know, and maybe their actual friends are not like that. They don't have the ability for French group outing and all of that. It's a good thing. I'm not saying I don't have any problem with that, but it's now a thing where you as a person now become dissatisfied with your friends because of what you're consuming on the internet. It's like social media is kind of controlling the friendship criteria, if that makes any sense. I don't know how to explain it further than that, but it's really wild out there. Like, if you go outside and see what is going on, you'll be wild, like you'll be shocked. You need to be very trendy, you need to have a certain level of following, you need to have money, you also need to have the latest phones, hair, clothes. That's my personal observation with this generation. So I really want to talk to us, I think we really need to do better, okay? Let's stop comparing what social media is showing us to our real life, okay? Let's just stop doing that. It's good when you have what you're looking for in a friend, but when everything that you're looking for in a friend is material, or what you can gain, or what you feel is the vibe, it's an aesthetic. Personally, I think that is vain, okay? We don't need to be vain. Let's be more intentional. Let's stop grading people based on what they are or what they have materially, and let's start to look more on the inside when we are setting a criteria for friendships, okay? Let's do less of those flashy material things like hair, clothes, and money. Another thing that I'll say is quite common right now with my generation is this sense of dissatisfaction. People are no longer satisfied with themselves, basically, except they have XYZ. You see, teenagers now feel like because they don't have a phone that is worth 300,000 naira, and you're not even earning any money, you're still a student, you start to feel like you are not enough. If your parents can't afford that phone, and you're not working, you don't have a job, it's normal for you not to afford it, and it does not mean that you are poor. It does not mean that you're not enough, okay? This whole thing where people feel less of themselves because they don't have material things and they are dissatisfied with where they are. You're a student, you're young, you're 16, you're 17, or maybe you're even 25, and you don't have some certain level of money in your account or some certain amount of money in your account, and you just can't afford some certain things, there's no need to put that pressure on yourself because people have it and you don't. Work hard, keep on working hard. You know, with life comes growth. As long as you're doing the necessary things to improve your growth, you know, if it's a job, get a job. If you need to go to school, get that degree. Focus on the things that actually add value to you. Education is actually still a thing, and I don't know why people now see it as secondary. It's not. Okay, stop feeling dissatisfied, stop feeling not enough because you don't have material things. Please, I can't overemphasize that everything in life is vanity. Okay, there was a time where when blackberry was a thing. The second thing we're going to be talking about that I noticed is very weird, really, is the fact that people have thrown respect to the wind. Like, respect where, respect who? I love the fact that right from time there's been many sayings that is kind of like a grease to the elbow of this current Gen Z. Like, respect is reciprocal, period, and like point blank. But really, I'm not saying you should tolerate disrespect and everything, but it's now more of a thing where nobody respects anybody anymore, and like respect is now old school and old fashioned. And if you give me bass, I'll give you boss. Basically, like, it's now a situation of, okay, I'm always ready. Like, if you bring one, you collect 20, period. And I'm not joking about that. But I feel like there's a thing where you should create boundaries when you feel like you are disrespected. Okay, let's learn to respect not just those who are older than us, but let's respect ourselves too. Okay, yeah. Another thing I want to talk about that I noticed is people really honestly throw all caution to the wind. Like, it's now a thing where people do not think before they do things anymore. Before you take a certain action, you're like always kind of ready for the repercussion, whether it's negative or not, all because we are in the era of do you, sis. And I'm like, honestly, truthfully, in life, there are consequences to our actions. This is real life, okay? We can't do some certain things and don't expect some certain reactions or repercussions for our actions. I just want us to know that before we do things with our head in the clouds, basically, let us realize and understand that these things would actually come back to haunt us. Some things that people have done just for the sake of doing it, and it actually, who are so bold to show how badly behaved they are, because this generation is a generation where you can do whatever you want. But that whatever you want has consequences that people don't come out to talk about. So please, my dear brothers and sisters, let's just be mindful of the things we do, the way we behave, the way we act, and let's just try to do better. Okay, let's just be better humans. Okay, that's just the whole point of this video. Another thing that I've noticed that is quite weird with this generation is our sense of fashion, and I don't want to call it indecent, because what is decent to you can be indecent to another person. So decency has to do with preference, basically. But at the same time, I also feel like your fashion says a lot about you as a person. Fashion is also a form of expression, and fashion is something that most times people just like to explore because it is a form of expression. I want my clothes to speak for me. Okay, so if you are wearing clothes that are very, very, very exposing all your body parts, and it's you wearing clothes on your body, so You can wear whatever you want to wear. But let's not forget that because fashion tells a story, we are actually telling a story with how we dress, okay? And you are dressed the way you want to be addressed, okay? So even though we might want to act like we don't care about people's perception of us most of the time, the truth is people's perception of us actually matters a whole lot, okay? We can't deny it that when people see you and your dressing is saying something that most times you really not are, it's kind of contradictory and it can put you where you really don't want to be in. I just feel like our sense of fashion should be well thought of, okay? Let's not just follow trends and follow blindly. This one is something that actually some people might say it's not a Gen Z thing, but I think in this generation, just like every other generation, there's still the pressure of peer pressure basically. I feel like now it's even more because there are many roles to play. It's more of what we are seeing on social media. Maybe because it feels like everyone on Instagram has their life together, or they are young and they have started this business, you know. Sweetheart, please take it easy on yourself. Stop putting unnecessary pressure on yourself because your life is not moving as fast as the way the world is moving now. This is the microwave generation, which means people want things really fast because things are also happening fast for people. This is an era where there are many opportunities and there are many breakthroughs as well. Are just moving with trend and moving and just going and going and going to where they don't even know basically. And there's another set of people who are just, it feels like their life is on a hold because they are not moving along with these people basically. And these people don't even know where they are going, they are just going, and you looking at them you feel left out. Why? You guys, I don't know what is wrong with me, but I forgot to add that we actually hit over 100 subscribers. I think we're at 113 now in 3 weeks, and that is a very good thing. Actually, we got to over 100 subscribers in 4 days. Thank you to every one of you, every single one of you who actually took your time to subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much for supporting me basically. I love you guys so much. I hope this video was relatable. I hope this video was insightful. I hope this video was helpful, and yeah, I just hope you understand or relate to what I'm saying. If you enjoyed this video, I love you guys so much. I don't really know a lot about love, a lot about love, a lot about